End of the over. 3 runs coming off it. West Indies are 3 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. Good start by the bowlers.
The left-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end. Nicked it. Couldn't get it through the field. He's got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Can't get that outside the ring field. Four runs added there. West Indies are 7 for none. Southey from the Reliance end. Drilled that one away. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Great shot through the gap. Smacks that away through the gap. Southey will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. Perfectly timed. Beats the field with a great shot. No, no, no. Terrible shot. Wow, that's missed the lot. End of the over. 5 off it. West Indies, 19 for none.
4 down, and it feels like they're stuck in first gear at the moment. Need to go up a notch soon.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Hit that one on the up. A fabulous drive for 6.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Finds the fielder with that shot. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Cuts that off well in the infield. Over, West Indies, 26 for none. Bolt from the pavilion end.
A little bit of wobble on that one, and it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot.
Was quick onto that in the infield. Thick edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Perfectly timed.
Sometimes you've just got to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, 4 runs.
5 runs in that over. West Indies are 31 for none. Nearly gets the edge. Southey with a great delivery there. Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. Doesn't beat the infield.
King watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
It's going a long way. What a shot.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over. Crap. It's another massive maximum. 2 in a row. Bowler under pressure now.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Massive outside edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Straight to the fielder. Smacks that away through the gap. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. 7 runs added there. West Indies are 52 for none.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
That was a lovely punch down the ground. It's in the gap. There should be a few on offer here, maybe 3.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and race to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. misses everything. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. That's the over. West Indies are 57 for none. Bolt from the pavilion end. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
A little bit of wobble on that ball. It's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
End of the over. 2 runs added. West Indies are 59 for none. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Great shot. Ball away. Oh, and it's a no ball.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Clubs that away. Fielder out in the deep, but that's going to be a maximum off the free hit.
Well, that's just timed brilliantly. Moves closer to 50. Going to need something special to get the wicket.
Super batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure right on the bowler. They've got to respond. Couldn't get it through the field. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Good shot, a beauty.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Santner, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
King watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Big inside edge there, and it beats the keeper. Fine leg won't be stopping that one. Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. West Indies are 82 for none.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Southey from the Reliance end. Bang, bowled. Just stunning bowling.
Well, the end of an entertaining performance with the bat. Certainly a good wicket to get. Those runs were really starting to flow.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Massive outside edge. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Timed through the vacant point position, racing to the boundary.
Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Brilliant diving stop. 5 runs added in that over. West Indies are 87 for 1.
Runs have been at a premium this middle portion of the match.
Phillips has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie one end down. Runs have been... flowing a little too easily.
A few moves made in the field.
Can't get that outside the ring field. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. edge, but it drops safely. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one.
A few moves made in the field.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
Another fielder can now be moved outside the circle.
Phillips from the pavilion end.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Whacked away.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point chasing that.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Cuts that off well in the infield. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. West Indies weren't given much of an opportunity there. A very tidy over. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Was quick onto that in the infield. great catch in the slips. And out. What a great catch, diving away and plucked it with one hand.
2 down, the long walk back to the pavilion for them. This could be a huge swing of momentum.
Shy Hope is the new batsman for the West Indies. Please make him welcome.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Good bowling in that over. Just the one from it. West Indies are 94 for 2. Wow, that's missed a lot. Square cut, finds point, no run.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Edge, but it drops safely. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. And gone. Caught in the slips. Big dive from the fielder. Tremendous catch. What a catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Hope watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Gone. Great catch. Quick reactions. And that's gone. Amazing catch. An absolute screamer. Diving away to the side, taking a great catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
At number 6 for the West Indies.
Doesn't beat the infield. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on, will collect that one though. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. Phillips from the pavilion end. Great commitment. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Beats the field with a great shot. Phillips has had a pretty good over, just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Chapman with a huge appeal. Straight to the fielder. Square cut, finds point, no run. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Couldn't get it through the field. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall, on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
Santner, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Goes over the top with that shot.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Gone. Superb catch. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings.
First ball for the batter, coming in.
Chapman getting a wicket in that over. Really good bowling. There wasn't much on offer for the batters. Phillips from the pavilion end. A nice sweep shot that finds the fielder in square leg. Two runs coming from that over. West Indies 113 for 5. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Gone. Good work catching that one. Gone. Catches win matches, and that was a beauty. An absolute screamer, diving away to the side, taking a great catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
That's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on. Square cut, finds point, no run. West Indies finish off the over without troubling the scorers and losing a vital wicket. Can it get any worse? Can't get that outside the ring field. Good shot, a beauty.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Beats the field with a great shot. Nearly gets the edge. Phillips with a great delivery there. Edge, but it drops safely. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. It's been a great bowling display so far. Would be very well deserved to pick up a 5th wicket today. Finds the fielder with that shot. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one though. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Onto that early, that could be 4. End of the over, 4 runs coming off it. West Indies, 122 for 6. Phillips from the pavilion end. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads.
That really wasn't a great delivery. Seen early, and it was dispatched with a plum.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Gone! Oh, well, that's a bit unlucky.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled, and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock. He's got their tail up.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. New Zealand with a massive shout. No, terrible shot. End of a really good over. Gets a wicket and really slowing down the scoring pace. Chapman having a day out here. Brilliant bowling so far and just one more to get 5 in this innings. Was quick onto that in the infield. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Nice solid defensive shot. Cuts that off well in the infield. End of the over and a very nicely bowled one. Not much opportunity to score runs there. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Got that away nicely.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played. 4 runs all the way.
Shepherd has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Doesn't beat the infield. On that nicely, good defence. Edge, amazing delivery. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the Reliance end. Cut away and through the gap. Lovely shot right before.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
Track. Head was completely still and they struck that hard, high and long for six.
Showing that they mean business this innings. Barely seem to have got going and they're hitting sixes.
Shepherd is starting to really get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt the momentum. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. West Indies are 145 for 7. Bracewell from the Pavilion end. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one though. Swept away but finds the fielder. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Shot, finds the gap with that one. End of the over, 7 off it. West Indies are 152 for 7.
Might look to go big again here. Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Overstepped on that occasion. Now have to deal with a free hit chance. That is huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take your pick.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Nice shot, but straight to gully. Couldn't get it through the field. Mitchell needs to get their run-up sorted. It's all gone horribly wrong with that last delivery. They're normally much better than this. It sounded good. It sounded really good. That's the maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Keeper and bowler with a big appeal. I'm not sure I heard anything, though. And great catch. Brilliant work. Gone. Fine catch. Simple as you like. The batter didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in that over.
The 8th wicket to fall. The opening batters out there in the field will probably be starting to prepare themselves for their own innings.
169 for 8. The new batsman heading out to the crease at number 10 for the West Indies.
Edge, but it drops safely. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on length is obviously the way to go. Edged, unplayable. They go up here, but it might have pitched a bit short. I think we'll have to wait and see what the umpire says. He's got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Misses everything. Huge edge. That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. West Indies are 171 for 8. Onto that early. That could be 4.
Well, the delivery was poor. Still needs to be put away, though. And what a lovely shot to find the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake.
Shepherd watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Perfectly timed. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Straight through them with the slow ball. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. Nicked it. Mitchell has finished off a tidy over there. Nothing to show for it, but will be well pleased nevertheless. Bracewell from the pavilion end. Into the gap and finds the boundary. Wonderful shot for 4.
Pushed onto the front foot and presented the full face of the bat.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4.
A very professional innings this. Passes 50 and certainly be looking to push on.
Out. Caught. Big dive from the fielder. Tremendous catch. And out. Oh, how did he get to that one?
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Moti gone for not many.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. West Indies 184 for 9. Santner, the left-arm orthodox bowlers, coming into the attack from the Reliance end. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Assertive punch down the ground. Fielders are in pursuit. There should be at least a few runs here.
All the way. Got it right out of the middle.
Santner shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Edge, but it drops safely. Wow, that's a huge appeal for the catch. If there's something on it, it was the faintest of edges. Gone. Great catch. Quick reactions. Super catch. The bowlers have leaked way too many easy runs in that innings. It's a big total to chase down. They're going to need some good batting partnerships. The openers are coming out. It's a very gettable total. They just need to get off to a good start and not give anything silly away. It's the silly stuff that could give the bowlers a sniff in this match. On that nicely, good defence. Well, that's cut off nicely. 4 runs saved. Wow, that's missed a lot. It sounded good. It sounded really good. That's the maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
8 runs added there. New Zealand are 8 for none.
First over complete, and a good start for the batters.
Joseph, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off.
There really is a good amount of bounce in this pitch. Seems to be surprising the bowler. That's all the short stuff for this over.
Well, what a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. Oh, that's a super catch by mid-off. Nicely done. And that's gone. Amazing catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings.
That's a difficult shot to get right. Straight back at the bowler with a lot of pace, and the covering fielder had no chance. Got their weight forward, their head was right, and punched nicely through the ball.
Can't get that outside the ring field. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Mitchell ready to face their first ball. Really needs to settle quickly and see if they can get the ball into the gaps. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Six runs added in the over. New Zealand are 18 for 1. Joseph from the pavilion end. Was quick onto that in the infield. Timed that perfectly.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing. Lovely front foot shot that's raced to the boundary.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter, and the umpire says that's the first of 2.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. End of the over. 5 off it. New Zealand are 23 for 1.
The fourth over's complete and the batters are doing what they need to do at the moment. Seems like this chase is under control so far.
Go through it. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like it'll carry.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot. How will the bowler respond?
Oh, that's a great shot early on. Wide of cover. And that'll give him a bit of confidence early on. May pull up short of the boundary, though.
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved. Bowler needs to tighten up a bit.
No. Terrible shot. That's a boundary save for sure. Dug that out well. Brilliant. That'll take some catching.
Had a real flash at that one. Beautifully struck too.
Really playing all their shots that over. Very expensive. Going with spin now. Finds the fielder with that shot. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Nearly gets the edge. Moti with a great delivery there. Couldn't get it through the field. That's the completion of the over. The bowling was at the highest order there, and the score remains unchanged. Huge. That has flown.
That's just a brilliantly aggressive shot. Gets onto the front foot and it's flown over the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. And that's a tremendous catch at cover. Great stuff. Super catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Great shot through the gap. misses everything. Two straight and punch through the leg side. Mid-wicket in hot pursuit.
Clipped way off the pads. What a shot for 4.
Really good over. Takes a wicket and keeps it tight. Somehow they've got to find some boundaries. Moti from the pavilion end. Cuts that off well in the infield. That's out. Deep mid-off. Needed to move a bit, but they got there with time to spare to find catch. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. On that nicely, good defence. Nice solid defensive shot. That's the end of the over. Brilliant bowling ensures no runs added and 1 wicket goes on the wicket column.
So after the power play, they've run well, found the gaps. This run chase seems to be under control. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Oh, great shot.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection. A strong area for them. Lifted it up and over towards the rope.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Oh, that's LBW. Starts the over with a wicket.
It's another wicket. It's the 4th now. Sometimes you've just got to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
A difficult period as they come to the...
This has been a famous victory. For much of the match, we didn't know who was going to win, but in the end, a deserved victory, I'd say.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us